Throughout history, there have been many interesting influential figures who have shaped history as we know it today. Some of them good, some of them bad, some of them badass. I have randomly selected 10 historical figures that came to mind when I thought of badass. I have to make this quick, so I'm giving myself less than 30 seconds to cover each one. How's this going to be ranked? Personally, it's my opinion on how badass and cool I think they are. The top signifies how the badasses of the badasses. The bottom signifies their somewhat badassness. Alright, let's go. Korean admiral during the Japanese invasion of Korea in 1592, climbed the ranks to become admiral several times after being demoted to common citizen. Led the weak Korean navy against Japan, landing a crushing blow. Never lost a recorded battle, and during the Battle of Noryang, when he was struck by a stray musket ball, he informed his son and nephew to take his place as commander for the remainder of the battle, making sure to not let his men know that he died. Remember today South Korea as a national hero. Very badass. Theodore Roosevelt. No introduction. The man himself. Most notable incident was when he was shot on the way to a speech in Milwaukee and decided to go and give it anyway. At the speech, he calmed the crowds by stating, "I don't know whether or not you fully understand that I've just been shot, but it takes more than that to take down a bull and moose." He proceeded to deliver a roughly 90-minute speech with a gunshot wound. After his death in 1919, the then Vice President of the United States said, "Death had to take Roosevelt sleeping, for if he had been awake, there would have been a fight." Very badass. Alright, female representation here. Wife of an artilleryman during the American Revolutionary War who served as a water carrier. In the Battle of Monmouth, her husband either fainted or was wounded. She jumped in his position as a cannon swabber, manning the artillery against the oncoming British army. A cannonball once tore through her lower skirt, carrying it away, to which she simply remarked, "Well, that could have been a lot worse." Proceeded to go back to ramming the cannon. Badass. First king of Hawaii, his birth aligned with the ancient prophecy, telling that he would be a great ruler. Unified the islands from rival chiefdoms into a kingdom and drove an entire rival army off of a cliff through a strategic positioning and purchase of European weaponry. He once got his foot stuck in a rock and was ambushed by 2 frightened fishermen who whacked him upside the head with a paddle. When they were identified years later, Kamehameha simply apologized for startling them and gave them grants of land and pledged that non-combatants would be protected during wartime, setting the trajectory for future international law. Supposedly also lifted a 1.5 ton stone at age 14. I'll believe it. Badass. Last emperor of the Eastern Roman and Byzantine Empire. During the final siege of Constantinople in 1453, Constantine fiercely defended his city, ordering his meager forces, giving speeches and reminding the army that they were Romans, withstanding the Ottoman assault. When the Ottomans finally breached the walls and flooded the city, Constantine refused to flee with a fleet, instead choosing to fight alongside his men. Reportedly, his last words were, "God forbid that I shall live as an emperor without an empire. The city is fallen, but I am still alive." He tore off his imperial garments, making himself uniform with his men, and charged into battle, never to be seen again. Badass of the badasses. Alright, so that's gonna be... Oh, wait, I have to present 10? Okay, 5 more speed rounds. Let's go! Fought in over 100 duels, beat an attempted assassin to bloody pulp with his cane, had a parrot who kept on cursing at his funeral. Badass as he did some not so badass things. World War II American soldier who rescued 75 of his comrades at the Battle of Okinawa by lowering them to safety down a cliff rope despite constant Japanese hostilities. Very badass. He fought in the rain and he fought in the sun and he fought in the moonlight too. American admiral during the Revolutionary War who decided to harass British ports and capture British ships off the mainland just because he could. A governor put a bounty on his head, Jones put one right back on him. Badass. First emperor of the Roman Empire. After his uncle Julius Caesar was assassinated, he hunted down the assassins and consolidated his legitimacy in the naval battle of Actium. Started a 200-year-long era known as the Pax Romana, which saw economic, cultural, and social prosperity. He had 2 sets of final words. To his family and servants, "Have I played the part well? Then applaud as I exit." To the Roman citizens, "I found Rome a city of clay but left it a city of marble." Badass. 16th century Irish pirate queen. Known in Irish as Granuaile, she was the chieftain who harassed English interests in Ireland through piracy and raids, while also carrying on her family's seafaring tradition through trade and taxing. When her brother and sons were captured by the English, she personally sailed to Queen Elizabeth I. When asked to bow before the Queen, Granuaile simply refused. She also crushed rival clans, notably the MacMahon after they murdered her lover. Remembered in Ireland today as a folk and national hero, also has a neat song dedicated to her that was stolen from the Scottish.